Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? How y'all doing? So, we open up episode 7 with Martha House Summer House Martha's Vineyard episode 7 season 2 with them kind of like finally a dial down of Summer running through the house, and Summer and Noel running through the house, and Summer being super drunk and being completely out of control. So, basically Noel has a sit down with Summer. Summer's like, I'm sorry, I know I disrespected you. Summer was on this thing where she was gonna walk around the house and apologize to certain people individually. And so Summer is like, I'm sorry, I know I disrespected you. When I'm hurt, I tend to hurt other people, and I greatly apologize for that. And Noel's like, that's cool. But she says she feels like there's something more to Summer's blow up and how she treated her, because she was like, she asked, Noelle asked Summer, she said, do you realize you pushed me, you shoved me? And Summer was like, no, I didn't. She was like, yeah, like, I'm trying to be your friend. I'm trying to get to know you, get closer to you. But I feel like you are hiding your true feelings about things. And I just don't know where we're going to go with this friendship. And my take on that is, I think that Summer actually has some feelings for that dude, Alex. And she's trying to press it down and pretend like she's not as hurt by him as she really was, because she brought up twice that she and him had, the eggs word. Can't say YouTube, y'all. But they had relations. And she basically, the second time she brought up, she was like, oh yeah, and I made him this many times. It's like, what? Like, why you keep bringing it up? And I feel like she keeps bringing it up because she's basically trying to throw it in Noel's face, like, yeah, you interested in him, but me and him was together first. And I feel like she's been being a little shady with that ever since Noelle expressed that she has some interest in Alex. But to sum it all up, after their conversation, Noelle basically just told Summer, like, girl, I'm just going to have to keep my distance from you because I'm trying to build a friendship with you. You going back and forth with your blow ups and the ways, I feel like you're doing passive aggressive, if not just full on aggressive things towards me. She didn't say all that, but pretty much that's what she said. And she was like, I'm just going to have to keep my distance. And Summer's like, okay, I understand. But I'm like, and Summer basically, she's walking through the house apologizing to people, and she's saying that she knows and understands that she has been acted out, that she's got a lot of emotional stuff she's dealing with. And she don't really know how to express how she's doing, and she doesn't feel safe enough to share it with other people. So instead of just sharing it and having discussions with people, she's acting out and having these blow-ups. Whew. So anyway, we segue over to Nick. I kind of like Nick. I think I really like Nick. He goes on a marathon, and he says that that he does several marathons, and so he leaves the house and he goes on a marathon. I think it was like a 5K marathon. And yeah, so he wins 5th place on the marathon, and he's like, yes, to some people 5th place doesn't seem like a big deal. I think it is. Out of 100 people, you got 5, honey, please. You did good, better than me. But so he says, he appreciates that 5th place spot because he had a line brother that stepped in number 5 position, and he recently lost that line brother. And later in the show, you'll see where he has a conversation. He dedicates his event, which they call the Lux on the Bluff, is Nick's event that he threw. It's supposed to be kind of a little luxury type of upscale type of event. And he basically tells people there, like, I lost him and he meant a lot to me. And he has a bit of an emotional moment. But they show him in confessional where he has a complete breakdown about the loss of that friend, which I really appreciate them showing that, because we need to see that people have emotions. Men have emotions. Black men have emotions. And it's okay to shed a tear when you are in pain and you are hurting. And I can say overall with this show, there's plenty of deep, intimate moments that I think are very valuable, and I find myself almost every episode shedding a little tear here and there because they be talking about some real stuff, and I really appreciate that about this show. So Nick has his event, this Lux on the Bluff event, and he invites his girl Tasia, and there's a bunch of other people that come to this event. A lot of other people brought their friends too. And so this is what bothered me about that. So earlier that day, after Nick came back from the run, he was basically telling everybody, like, I thought y'all was gonna wish me well or something, but y'all wasn't, y'all really wasn't checking for me this morning. He said he was hurt about that, but I'm like, Nick, you seen the house was like a complete mess the night before. Wasn't nobody really even up, bruh. So I wouldn't take it personally. But anyway, he starts giving out chores to everybody, like, hey, we supposed to be having this event. This is my event. I need some help with stuff. Bria, she keeps cutting him off. Like, before he talked to everybody, she just came in and said, well, I don't need to have a meeting about it. You just tell me what you need me to do, And so he's like, okay, I don't know what all the attitude is for, but okay, can you just do the bathrooms and do this and this stuff? So she's like, okay, fine. And then Shanice is like, well, I'll go help you. I'm like, Shanice, he didn't tell you to do that. You should have asked him, what can I help with separately? So that was annoying how Shanice and Bria handled that. They both kind of pissed me off with how they handled that. Was real shady in my opinion. And so then Bria and Shanice go off, and Bria like, he can have a maid do this. I don't clean bathrooms. Like, well, why did you volunteer to do it if you didn't want to do it? I'm just like, Bria can be very annoying sometimes. So that happens. The event occurs, and everybody's kicking, everybody's having a real good time. And Bria's boyfriend, Simon, that's his name, he, in the middle of the event, all the black people doing their stuff, they doing their strolling, representing their fraternities and sororities, and just kind of doing what I know younger black people do around that age group. They, if they are part of fraternity or sorority, they're going to bring that up. They're going to do their little Lux event. We dress nice, but we also going to kick you. We're going to do a little twerking. And they was doing stuff like that. So, yeah, they was getting loose, even though it's supposed to be a nice event, but they wasn't just going buck wild crazy. So Simon goes upstairs, gets this blow up flamingo outfit, and comes downstairs, and it comes in the middle of the dance floor with his drink up, dancing this flamingo outfit. And everybody just kind of looking like, what? What is he doing? And so Bria's instantly embarrassed. Honey, I had secondhand embarrassment for her. I was so embarrassed for her. She pulls him to the side. She's like, what are you doing? You need to go up, take that thing off right now and go upstairs. And he just acting like a buffoon. And she's like, if you don't take this thing off now and go upstairs, we're done. We're over. Our relationship is over. And he's like, what? Well, he like drunk talking stupid. So he's trying to walk out of the little room to go upstairs, and she just like grabs the head of that inflated flamingo, tries to rip it off of him. I was crying like, I feel you, Bria. That was embarrassing as hell. So he finally takes it off and stuff and throws it to the side. I think Bria snatches it after he takes it off. And everybody was standing around. I think it was Jasmine, Jordan, and I think Natalie was upstairs. Maybe Shanice was around too. But anyway, they was like, oh, what is that smell? And Natalie, the girl, Amira's girlfriend, Natalie was like, oh, it smells like straight ass, y'all. Don't go over there. I'm like, oh, so not on top of that, he had the thing on, he up in there farting and stuff, and he had to been farting in it. Everybody was like, oh, that thing stinks. It stinks so bad over there. So basically him and Bria and Simon have an argument upstairs. She's basically like, look, you can just pack your shit and leave, because I'm sick of your crap. You keep embarrassing me. You so disrespectful. You don't respect me. You don't respect my friends. And he's like, oh, we about to break up over me wearing a flamingo suit, But she's mad. She's like, I'm ready to be done. So that's pretty much the gist of most of what happened on this episode. There was a couple of the little conversations and stuff that happened, but nothing in my opinion that was significant. But what to me is happening next episode is what's significant, and it annoys me because they go out of their way. I think it was Natalie and somebody else decide to go out of their way and bring up Nick being touchy-feeling to Tasia or around Tasia. It's like, are y'all deliberately trying to break up this man's relationship? Because it's not unlike he be walking around here hunching y'all leg or hunching y'all back. I don't know. Maybe there's more going on that we don't see on camera, but it does feel a little extra. It feels excessive. Like you already. This is the thing, y'all. They already had a conversation with him personally. I feel like after you bring it up to him personally, you leave it at that. You don't have a conversation bringing it with him personally. He says, yes, I'm going to respect the situation. They haven't shown that he has not been since then. Maybe he has and we just ain't seen it on camera. But he has not shown that he's not respecting that. Why do y'all feel the need to bring it up again to his girlfriend? That feels shady as fuck. Like, y'all trying to get them broken up? I don't know, y'all. I ain't feeling or checking for that at all. But that's what's supposed to come up next episode. Y'all, the show is, I enjoy the show. It's refreshing. I think it talks about a lot of emotional topics and things and issues within the Black community, the younger people in the community. So I think it's highly worth it for people of a particular age group. I think they can get a lot of value out of this show. I just enjoy watching the show myself. It may not be particularly for my age group, but I can see people in a younger demographic really getting something out of this show. So that's all for me, y'all, in my review. And if you guys like my commentary, please leave me a like. And if you love my commentary, please give me a subscribe. And I will chat with you guys later. Bye-bye for now.